Hello viewers, welcome you back. We are going to discuss today about this Perl programming. As you know that it is one of the very popular programming language and it is a high level language and one of the important thing that it is also interpreted. The word interpreted means you need not need any separate compiler for these things and these are the command based. These are the command based. So there is no need of any graphical user interface. So it won't take any graphical user interfaces. Then the question comes how to install and how to run this program. For this Perl programming, as I told that it is one of the important things and it is very user friendly. Anybody without having any knowledge also they can go for this Perl programming. So what you need to do for that one, you have to go to the website like www.perl.com and there you can go for this downloading. Okay, and you have if you are installing in Windows, then you can go for the strawberry flavor. So you have to go for the strawberry Perl programming. There you can download and you can install. Okay, so while you are installing, you can install it as a admin. So right click and install it as admin. That is the thing you have to do. Once it is installed, then you can go to the command board for checking whether Perl is installed or not. For that, what you need to do? So you have to just type Perl space hyphen v, v for van, v is version, Perl space hyphen v. So it will show you what is the version of this Perl is installed and everything you can work with that one. Suppose you want to go for some documents in Perl, so you can type Perl doc, Perl, Perl, doc, space Perl, Perl. Okay, you can see all the documentations and everything. You can work on that one. So if you want to go for the execution, I will show you one of the execution. You can use a number of ID. You can go for the JEdit is one of the editor is there. You can go for Sublime version 3 or 4 whatever you are using. You can go for VS Code and you have a lot more editor you can use for this thing. Okay, so I am specifically using the Sublime because I am using for so many languages. I am using Sublime. I am compatible, so there is no issue on that one. You can use any editor you like. I am not talking about the ID. I am talking about the editors, right? So then let us see how to write a program. So I just open this thing. If you see it here, just I have gone to the C program. Then the folder is strawberry. Then I created a folder that is Perl program. And in this Perl program, once you type SUBL, then that say just I am typing SUBL. Once you type, so you can see the Sublime interface it is coming. So I am writing my first program. You see I am using the version 5.0.1. So use 5.010 semicolon. Use strict, use warnings. All the things are default thing. So you can for printing you can use print or you can use say what is your name. So I want to ask what is your name, the my dollar name. So that means what is the I am writing here standard input stdin. So this input it will take from your keyboard. So you will be typing and whatever time say suppose I am typing my name is Gunamani. So it will be stored in this variable. Variable name is name. So while you are declaring the variable here, then we can start with my dollar variable variable name, that is the name. So my space dollar name which is equal to stdin. That means I have given the input from the keyboard or the mouse, whatever things are there. So that is stored in the name. Suppose I want to call that, say again, either you can use print or you can use say as I told you that say hello dollar name. Dollar name means what? What the name you have already given the input. You are welcome to the first program on Perl program. Okay. Now this is the thing. Suppose you want to execute all the things. So you go back to this thing. Then you go to the Perl because for executing all the things in window form. So you have to type Perl space program one dot. What is your file name? My file name I saved it as program one dot pl. So once you run it here, so it is asking, sorry, once you are then it is asking what is your name. You can see clearly what is your name. So I am typing my name is Gunamani. Okay, Gunama Gunamani. Okay, so once I type and enter it here, so you see the output it is showing hello Gunamani, you are welcome to the first Perl program. So in this way you will be very happy and comfortable using all the things. You want to clear the screen, you can use CLS, and using the CLS also you can clear the enter screen, right? So in this way you can use all the things. You can use for the JEdit or any of the editor you like also. But I told you that I am using a particular editor for this thing. You can go for declaring the various variables here in, because in any program we need some variable. And why these variables are important? Because you want to store and manipulate some data. For storing and manipulating data temporarily, we need some variables. So long as the program is there and the variable will be there, and we can store all this data there. For example, say I want to store a number. So I say $x. What is the x? X is the variable. For declaring a variable in Perl, we have to declare with $sign. So $x means it is a variable. So if you want to assign something, $x is equal to 5. That means automatically it is assigned that 5 is a number. So $x, this variable x is the integer of the number, whatever you say. Then I assign another variable, say $name. So if you understand $name, which is equal to under single quotation or double quotation, Gunamani, right? So by default it will understand it is a string. Okay. So similarly, first underscore name, last underscore name, because when you split this name, we can have the first name, we can have the last name, we can uh, you can go for the first name, you can go for the last name, and all things you can do it like this. Okay. You can go for all the things, right? So in this way you can do everything like this. So suppose I want to do something like that, I want to type something. Okay. So then I come on here, say suppose control N, I go for a new one and save it as some new not new, you have to save it back. So control S is for saving. So I type it here new .pl, new.pl, I save it here. So what is the previous program you are there, as it is you copy, because these things it is common, so there is nothing to worry about all the things. So okay, control C, then in the new program new.pl just control V. Okay. Then the next line, what I am doing it here, suppose I want to print something, like say I am going print, previously I am writing, say I am writing print. If I say use this print, then everything should be under this double quotation. Okay. Print space, now I start the double quotation. Inside the double quotations I want to start something like that, say 1. Okay, I want to print 1, then slash. Okay, this slash, you are using this slash. Okay, then if you want to use this tab, then you can use T2. T2 is the tab 2, then slash, then I can go for T3. I am using a T, that is the T3. So suppose you want to do something new, then slash N, and I can go for caps A. In the, that means in the new line it is coming A, then slash, then coming T. In this T it is coming caps B. Okay, then slash, then you can go for T. T is for tab. Okay, and it is the C, A, B, C, then slash, then you can go for this tab T, and then you can go for slash N, that is for a new line, and you end your thing it is here, and finally you go for a semicolon. Okay, you go for a semicolon. So if you do it like this, and I save this program, control S, and I go for the printout of this new.pl, then you see it what I am doing. So Perl, Perl, Perl. So I am going for new.pl, new.pl. You can see it here. You can clearly see that I am having, hello sir, please come. So you can clearly see that you are having the number 1, 2, 3, and you are also having the letters A, B, C, and it is just in a tabular form. Okay, how you have done all the things, just have a look, overall look, you can go for these things. You see it here, for printing I am using, because whatever I want to print, it must be under the double quotation, at the end you are going for providing a semicolon. So I put the number is 1, second number I want to 2, but if I don't put this T, T for the tab, then what will happen? 1, 2, 3, 4 will be consecutive. There is no gap in between. But when slash T I am putting it here, so it is taking a tab. Similarly, slash T is taking tab. That is 1, tab 2, or tab 3, like that. Then slash N, it is taking a new line. In the new line, first letter is A, and the tab T means next with a tab it is giving B, next it is giving T, and then you have already seen the output, and you can clearly see the output is here. Okay. So in this way, you can do all the things. Say suppose you want to put some special character, then that also you can use using this slash signs. Say for example, say I go back to the program here. Yeah, it is the here I am programming. So I want to print something else. I write it here, print. Yeah, this is the print. In the print, you space, and I put it on the double quotation. If you see, say for example, I write it here. Say I rise it here. Gunamani says, so slash N, then again I am using double quotation. You see, previously I already using a double quotation. After slash N I am using a double quotation. When writing Perl, say suppose I am writing side like this. When writing Perl, okay, when writing Perl, you see it here. When writing Perl, slash shift dollar sign I am using. Why I am using, I will explain. Because, yeah, you know the thing, shift dollar, this one. Okay, That means I am using another dollar. It is not the dollar sign here. It will print dollar itself here. Okay, and it has a special meaning. Okay, say for I write special meaning MANING. Okay, so these are the things. So then I put it here under this, and then I put the double quotation. I end it here because this is the thing. It is completed here. Then I put to slash n, then I put slash n, okay, and the end I put a semicolon. Okay, at the end I put a semicolon. Can you check it here? So what I have written, you see the print started here and the double quotation ended here. Okay, say slash n I started here. Okay, say slash n is not required. Back. Say. See, my purpose is that when if you want to, because already double quotation is there, if you want to use another double quotations, you have to use this slash. Okay. Similarly, if you want to use this special sign, because dollar is used for declaring a variable. So if you want to use the dollar sign specifically, you have to use all this. So save it. Control S. You save it here. Suppose I want to run this program. You go back to the command prompt and you so you give it here. See, can you see it here? Here, the second line Gunamani says, this double quotation it is coming when writing Perl, dollar sign has come. It has a special meaning. You get it now? So using that forward backward slash, you can do all the things. So that is the purpose of all the things. Then I will be going for, say suppose we go for concatenation. Suppose we go for the concatenation. How we can go for the concatenation? Say suppose I say something, I add another line here in this program. I say my name, so name is the variable, so I use the dollar sign. So my dollar name. Okay. So what is my name? Say which is equal to I give it here. Say my name is say Gunamani. Okay. So yeah, I put it here Gunamani. Okay, under double quotation. Then I want to concatenate with my surname also. Then what I do? I put a dot sign here. Then then I put two double quotation because I want to space must be there. Then after that again I put a dot sign here. Okay, this is the concatenation. Then under double quotation, what I need, my surname I want to put it here. So my surname is Jena. Okay, you try to understand the thing. At the end I am putting a semicolon. So if I am putting a semicolon here and I want to run this program, so for that I save it here and I go back to the command prompt and I try to run this program. Okay, when I run this program, you can see it here. It has not run. Why it has not run? Anybody can tell me? Because we did not print. My dollar name is like that. It is fine, but you have to print that one. Okay. Then for that, what you need to do? Print 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 under double quotation. Yeah, that is dollar name. Okay. What is the dollar? Shift dollar then name. Okay. So if you do it once, okay, it must be in lowercase and it's case sensitive, caps lock NAME. So at the end you put a semicolon, right? So now tell me, Control S, if this, because we have declared everything, but you have not run that program, or you have not given the printing command. So now you say, tell me the thing. So you can see your name, it has come Gunamani Jana. Can you see it here? You can see the line number, last but one line, the name it has come like this. So in this way you can do all sort of things. It is there. So suppose you want to find the length of any string or anything. How do you find that one? Say for that, say I put it here. So suppose I use this variable dollar length. So I type my shift dollar. I write the length. That means what is the length that I assign to your dollar length, which is equal to that using this function length. That is the ABCD something I am putting it here. Say I put it double quotation. Say ABCDE. So this is the things I want to find the length. Then what I have to do? So at the end you put a semicolon. I put it here, and at the end you go for the print. You go for the print. Once you go for the print under double quotation, at the end you have to put a semicolon. That is the syntax you know. Okay. Then dollar length just I put it. Okay. $60 LENGTH. At the end you put the okay. So Control S, you save it now. Okay, you did a mistake. Oh, this should come out of this thing. Yeah, here it is come. Okay, Control S. Now I run this program again. Go back and run this program. If you see it here, yeah, can you see it here? It has not given. At line number 8, some error it is there. Yeah, check it here in the line number 8. My dollar length is got length th must be there. Yeah, you did a mistake here. Okay, so length Control S. Now you run this program and yeah, so length it has not shown it. Okay, so don't worry. In this manner, we can also find all the things. Dollar length print. What is the why it has not shown? Control S, cancel, then run this program, run it here. Yeah, it is already showing, man. You see, you cannot see the length, it is already showing 5. That if you want it here, you have to put a slash n. That is the thing it is showing. Because in the previous also it is showing 5 here. The length is 5. Why? Because what you have given A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, 5. You say after Guna Mandana it is showing 5. Because you have not started a new line, that's why it is showing like this, right? So if you want that thing, you can put a new line here, slash n before this thing. So just before doing uh, slash n, right, slash n, Control S. Now put it here. Then when you run this program again, you can see what I have to put in there. Show me that. You go back to that one. Come on here. So slash n print dollar name. If this is the case, then you have to put it under double quotation. Otherwise, it won't accept. Yeah. Then it is the right. Control S. Okay. Then if you run this program one more time, you can clearly see still it is showing 5. That means it has not. That means after Gunamanijana, you have to provide these things. I think. Yeah. What is that? Dollar name print dollar name here slash n. Slash n. Okay, so Control S. Now run this program. Run this program. While you are running this program, yeah, you can see clearly here. Can you see the length of these things? It has come 5. So in this way, you can do a lot of things here. Say suppose I want to go for the different say variables here in our Perl. We are having basically 3 type of variables. One is the array, one is the scalar, one is the array, and another is the hash. Okay, so I will take only 5 minutes for giving a demonstration for all these things. So let us go back to our program here. In this program, I want to provide some arrays. How do I so I declare my, and for declaring the array you put it the @ okay, @ and you write the name ARRAY. Okay, in this array or arrays whatever you write it there. So in this array you declared array. Now in this array now I am going to put the elements. Okay, for putting the elements, how do you put the elements? The elements must be under the double quotations and they must be separated by something. Okay, so I put it here 1, say I put it caps A, then comma, okay, then I put the double quotation, I put it here B, okay, then comma, double quotation, then I put C, comma, okay, then I under double quotation I put D. This is the syntax, I am just telling you, nothing to worry. Say then comma, then I put E. Okay, so these are your arrays, these are the elements of this array is there. Okay, is there. Suppose I want to print these arrays, what you have to do? So print dollar array is a simple thing. Say suppose I put it here, say print print in the print, sorry, you have to use lowercase, okay, caps lock. Say print, I say print print space under double quotation and semicolon at the end. You can put it here a semicolon at the end. So there what you need to do, you have to use this dollar, not here, back at the end you have to put it here. Okay, so then what you have to do, you have to call this dollar array. Okay, you have to call this dollar array. So where is the dollar sign? Dollar ARRAY. Okay, so this is the array. So Control S. Now if I run this program, what is the output it will come? Let us check. So run this program and come on here, execution, there is some my dollar array at new line number 11, some error is there. Check it, line number 11, print dollar ARRAY. So okay. my dollar array, it is okay, everything is there. Print dollar array. So if you want to say particular item of this one, say suppose I go for 0th item, control S. So then I call this program, run this program, and I run it here and call it here. So you can see the first element, it is coming A. Can you get it? So 0 means the first element, it is 0 indexed. You get it now? So suppose I want to get the last one. Suppose I want to get the last one. So same thing, you copy it here as it is, control C I have taken, and last means it is -1. So control V, instead of 0 you put it as -1. Okay, so I put it -1. Okay, what is -1? What is the last element? It is E. Okay, so let us save it and run this program. So once you run this program, you can clearly see yeah, here, so it is coming AE. Why it has come to, I have to check it there. Okay, what I have written it there, -1. Oh, it's okay. Oh, it has come. Yeah, okay. So this you can shift assign. Okay. So control S now. Now if you run this program, it has come E. Okay. Why? Because we have not given any new line space is not given. That's why it was coming. So in this way you can go for this array. So you can use the push and pop operator for doing these things. So suppose in that same thing, I go back to the program. I write something like that. My I declare a variable shift dollar last. So I put it dollar last. So in this dollar last, what I put, which is equal to, what is the pop? That is the, what the new thing. So I go for the pop. Pop means, pop push is, pop is the last element I want to know. So of what? Shift that array. Say array. Okay. In this array, what is the last one? It has to pop it out. Okay. So this thing. Okay. It will pop. So now control S, save it, and once you run this program, you can say, you can see it here and you can see it here. The last one is E. It is coming. Last one is coming E. Okay, it has popped it out E. Suppose you want to push something. Suppose you want to push something. Push means inserting something. Say then what you have to. Oh, sorry. So then what you need to do? So enter. Just you put push, 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 and you can forward for this array array, and what you need to do? Push space should be there. I think push space should be there. Push space at the rate this one. Then which elements we are going to put it here? Suppose I put it here. mm, yeah, F and G I am putting it here. Okay, so F, caps lock F, then I put it here, comma, double quotation G. Okay, so at the end you put a semicolon, right? So semicolon, put it here. Control S. Suppose I want to run this program. So let us see that, and again I have to see my array. Okay, so now run your program, run this program. By running this program, you can see everything is there. But because I have not wanted any printout, so suppose I want to print the last one, then what I have to do? So print $G. Suppose I go for this thing, control C. Now what is the last element? Last element should be G. Okay, so enter, control V, and control S for saving. Then if you come out of all the things and try to run this program, let us run this program and find it here. You can see the last element is G. You get it now? So in this way you can go for the push, pop, all these operations. So we can work on these things. Then you can go for the array slicing also, and you can use for this hash also. So I will be telling you a program on hashing. Okay, so in this hashing, what you do, you go for the key value pair. Okay, say for example, I put it that Gunamani age is 40. So you got it now. What you need to do, for you have to do it separately. If you are going for array, Gunamani is 1, Ashok is 1, Ramesh is 1, and age is 40, that is another thing. But both the things I can take it in the hash function. So let it be this, and I go for a new one. How do you go for the new one? Control N is for new, and Control S for saving. So I put it as new one. So new 2, new 2, sorry, lowercase you put it because I am forgetting. So new 2.pl, new 2.pl. Okay, fine. So now control V, no, it is not like that, back. Okay, so program 1, first 4 lines, it is common for all 3 lines. So put it as it is, copy and paste it. There is no issue. Control C and go for the new 2.pl and control V. Yeah. So now what I am to do, I am going to declare an hash for that one. Okay, so for that and also that you can use these things in the line number 1. Yeah, enter, sorry, enter, you can give it here your that is the common thing, that is the shift hash sign, and then the exclamatory, shift exclamatory. They can use user bin and pearl. Okay, then you can use slash user, means usr, user slash bin, user slash bin slash pearl. Okay, this is the path. Okay, this you don't forget, this thing will be there. So now in this, because I am going to declare a hash here, so hash is starting with the percentage data, percentage sign. Yeah, so now the percentage data which is equal to something, I am writing it here, and under this no braces, and at the end there is a semicolon, and inside what you need to do, say, yeah, put it here inside. So under single quotations, I am writing Gunamani. So Gunamani is my name, Gunamani. Okay. Then separated by his age. I am not writing the actual age. I am writing my age is 40. So my age is 90. That is nothing to do with that one. So it is 40. I am writing it here. So then comma. Say suppose I am writing something Subhas. Shubha, Subhas. Okay. So this must be under single quotation. For example, here like this, and Subhas last, I think some mistake I did it here. Yeah, you put it here, and you put a semicolon here, sorry, colon here. Okay, then say suppose his age is say 20, 20, 21, like, I don't remember his age, but he's 20, say, for example. So you get that, then I am putting something like another one, say single quotation. Say suppose I am putting Subhasri. Okay, Subhasri, SHRE. Okay, then her age I am putting, say, for example, it is 21, right? So these are the things I put in the data. Then why I call all the things? So for calling this data, we have to use the print command. Okay, that we know, print print. Then what are the print? Everything should be under this double quotation. Okay, oh my God. So this is the there. Uh, we did a mistake. This is the there, and I have put a semicolon here. I think now it's fine. Just a gap will be there, and there no gap in between. That part you do it here. Now in this print command, I am going for printing under double quotation. You put it here, and slash dollar data slash shift with the dollar sign, dollar data. Okay, dollar data. What are the things I am going to put under this curly braces, because this is the thing I wanted here. Say what is the name I wanted, for Gunamani I want what is the age. Okay, I put it here. I am typing Gunamani, say. So okay, so this is the data. For this name, what is the value I want, which is equal to, say, again I put it is say dollar data. Okay, dollar data. And what are the things I want? Again you put the same curly braces. Okay, and at the end you put a slash n must be there, and double quotations must be completed here, and a semicolon must be there. Okay, and here the same thing, Gunamani, what you have put it here, this thing, control C, and you put it here, and control V. Now fine, now your program is completed, I hope, and all things. And I why this curly braces it is coming here, it is not supposed to come here. It's curly braces what you started is already closed here, no, so there is no need to put it here. Okay, control S. Let us run this program. So this is the program is new 2. Okay, so come on here, then new 1 was there our program name. Now I change to Perl new 2, new 2. Okay, done. So some error is there, line number 6, yeah, the things. Okay, you go to the line number 6, 5, 6, print dollar data Gunamani. So print dollar data Gunamani. So after the curly braces, everything is fine. I don't think there is any percentage. This one is there. Print dollar data for Gunamani, dollar data for this Gunamani, and the slash n. So it should be there. But anyway, the output it will show for Gunamani what is the age. The age it is say 40. Okay. So this you can do it here. Back. Okay. Print dollar data. Okay, so dollar data and all things are control S. So if you run this program, and you'll be happy to, yeah, now operator expected. backslash should not be here. Yeah, this is the mistake we have done. Okay, Control S. Now I run this program again. I run this program. Yeah, still it is there. Simply data, Macmillan dual symbol, data requires explicit package name. Okay, this package name maybe forgot it, that is just showing me some error, line number 6. Anyway, this can be sorted out, that is not an issue, and you will be finding the output is 40. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like this video, you can put a like sign, and you can also share with your friends. Thank you for watching this video. In your next video, we'll go in details about this call. Thank you for watching this video.